Let the record show I am not a 13th Amendment free Negro slave, nor chattel, nor 14th Amendment United States corporate citizen. I am competent, I am allodial, and I'm liberated.
What is a Christian nation?
What is a Christian nation? Well, that I would not know because I am a Moorish American.
All right, folks, strap in, because this one is about as bizarre as it gets. We've got ourselves a full-blown sovereign citizen in court, and instead of simply addressing his unpaid rent, he launches into a monologue that sounds like it was written by a conspiracy theorist locked in a library overnight. His opening line? He declares he is not a 13th Amendment slave or a 14th Amendment corporate citizen. He then insists he's allodial, competent, and liberated. Now, if you're scratching your head, don't worry, you're not alone. Even the judge looked like she was trying not to.
Hello, this is Mr. Raleigh. I'm here on the matter. I couldn't hear.
All right, Mr. Riley, thank you for, that was gonna be my suggestion, to log out and log back in, but you did use the chat.
I am here on that matter, my honor. I am, for the record, on the record, and let the record show I am not a 13th Amendment free Negro slave, nor chattel, nor 14th Amendment United States corporate citizen. I am a national, I am a Moorish American, and I have standing ancestral Mr. Moroccan Empire, the adjoining islands by inheritance, but not by purchase, Moorish pedigree. I am competent, I am allodial, and I'm liberated. I am, all rights reserved and retained without prejudice or recourse. Certificate registration number AA 77869, March 25th, 1848 AD, corresponding to the Moorish calendar 1368. Copyright owner C.M. Bays. Clock of Destiny, March 25th, 48 AD. MC 1368. Certificate registration number AA 209316, March 31st, 1952 AD. MC 1327. Masonry plus art, astrology, history, and geography. Clock of Destiny 2, reused edition of the previous book of Clock of Destiny, Title 22, Chapter 2, Council Courts General Information. And certificate registration number AA 222141, September 8th, 1952, AD, MC 1372, Clock of Destiny, Moorish American, all Moroccan nationality card or identification with Zodiac Constitution, and certificate AA 222141 is the focus of the determination for the without a doubt affirming relationship of the relation.
Laugh, and it only gets stranger from there. He starts, rattling off registration numbers, dates from the 1800s, Zodiac
for these sovereign citizens. And honestly, this is one of the best reading sovereign citizens I've ever seen in my life. And trust me, I've seen my fair share. But it literally sounds like he's reading off a poem he wrote to his mommy. A firming relation with the relationship. What does that even mean? Like, seriously, who wrote this dude's script? Like, I bet he probably got this off Reddit or YouTube or something. Like, there's just no way he came up with this stuff. This dude is seriously out here rambling about nonsense. And it's honestly kind of giving me a headache here. Like, the stuttering mixed with the nonsense, it's just too much, but that's what you expect from these idiots nowadays. And honestly, it kind of seems like his last two brain cells are kind of fighting to read off this little script he made. But nah, let me know what you guys think. Is he playing dumb here? Or is he just genuinely this stupid? Let's dive back in.
Relationship property venue as law between the Moorish Franks and all foreign Christian nations. Title 8, United States Code 1324, federally protected Moors.
What did they say about the Christian nations? What you just said about, this only applies to the Christian nations?
It says other foreign Christian nations.
Other foreign Christian nation. What is a Christian nation?
What is a Christian nation? Well, that I would not know because I am a Moorish American. I'm more into being related to Moorish American ideology.
I was just trying to figure out, I was just listening. I was listening in. All right. Okay. Well, I have you checked in, Mr. Riley.
Okay.
And Ms. Haddad, are you requesting legal counsel?
No.
Constitutions, and something called the Clock of Destiny. Folks, it sounded less like a legal defense and more like he was reading the liner notes of a bad science fiction novel. To his credit, he actually managed to read through it without collapsing. But let's be honest, it sounded like a child reciting a poem he scribbled in crayon. Now here's the kicker. Halfway through this ramble, he starts mixing in astrology, masonry, history, geography, and Christian nations. He actually stops and asks, "What is a Christian nation?" while the judge just sits there calmly, waiting for him to come up for air.
Yes, Judge.
Calling case number 233455509. This is Harriet Tubman Apartments versus Brian Riley and all occupants.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Rania Haddad, P84927 on behalf of the plaintiff.
And Mr. Riley, can you please just state your name? Let's see, I want to prompt you to.
A minute. Okay. For the record, my name is Brian D. Raleigh. Hello?
All right. Yes, yes, sir. Thank you. All right, were parties able to work out some type of resolution?
Yes, Your Honor. The parties have agreed to enter into a conditional dismissal with box 4B checked. Mr. Raley's balance due and owing is $2,088.46. He will pay he's going to pay $742 on the 5th of every month, beginning on 5/5/2023. That $742 includes his $542 of monthly rent per month, and then an additional $200 towards the balance. So he will pay on the 5th of every month, starting on May 5th, 2023, $742 until the balance reaches zero. And then after the balance is zero, he will resume his regular monthly rent.
And the regular monthly rent is $542, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
So $200 extra. Is it 2088.44?
It is 2088.46.
0.46. Okay. All right. And is 4B checked?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Riley, do you understand the terms of this agreement?
Yes, I do.
All right. If you make those payments, your matter will be dismissed in the event You don't, a judgment and a writ of eviction can be filed at the same time. We wouldn't have to come back to court. So, good luck. Wish you well. Have a great day.
At that point, it was painfully obvious this man wasn't here to resolve anything. He was here to perform. And look, I'll give him this much. He probably put hours into memorizing or printing this nonsense. But here's the problem. None of it matters. Not one word of his script changes the simple fact that he hasn't paid his rent. It's the classic sovereign citizen playbook. Stall, confuse, throw out fancy words, and hope the judge waives it all away. But judges don't work like that. Courts don't work like that. And no matter how many times he says allodial or ancestral Moroccan empire, it doesn't erase the balance he owes. The funniest part? He genuinely seems proud of himself for pulling this off, like he's unlocking a secret door in the legal system that no lawyer has ever discovered before. Meanwhile, to everyone else in the room, it just sounds like static noise. But trust me, folks, the real show comes when the judge finally gets tired of the performance and moves this case toward reality. And let me tell you, the ending is not what this man expected. So after all the rambling, all the paperwork, and all the clock of destiny nonsense, the judge finally steps in and brings this circus back to earth. She lays it out plain. The man owes nearly $3,000 in back rent. The deal? He's got to pay $742 on the 5th of every month, $542 for rent and an extra $200 toward the balance until the debt is gone. And here's where it gets ironic. This sovereign citizen spent the entire hearing declaring he doesn't recognize the court, doesn't recognize U.S. law, doesn't recognize anything beyond his imaginary empire. But when the judge asks if he understands the agreement, he just quietly says, "Yes, I do." All that chest thumping, and then he folds like a cheap chair. Now let's be real for a second. If this man couldn't manage $542 in the first place, how in the world is he supposed to cough up $742 every month? The court can write it down on paper, but reality doesn't bend for nonsense. And sovereign citizens love to talk about being free and independent. But funny how independence never seems to include paying rent on time. What really surprised me, though, was how he took it. Usually these guys start yelling, pounding, on the table, throwing out, "I do not consent," speeches the second they lose. But not this one. He just sat there, nodded, and agreed. My guess? He burned every last ounce of his energy reading that script and had nothing left for a fight. And that right there is the perfect snapshot of the sovereign citizen movement. They walk in convinced they've outsmarted the system, armed with legal gibberish and fake history lessons. But when the gavel drops, the system doesn't even flinch. Rent still gets paid, debts still get collected, and the sovereign fantasy goes right out the window. So tell me, what do you think? Was this guy really buying into his own performance? Or did he know deep down the whole time that none of it would work? Because to me, it looked like a man who wanted to believe in magic words, only to get steamrolled by reality.